try to
I think I
give
saw him
40-year-old
before,
people
but
something
not
else to do
here.
other than...
Huh?
Uncle Yo.
Yeah?
Must be from that internet thing that's going around. But I always end up bringing the sonic screwdriver. I always end up bringing a bunch of props. Every single time I go to LaGuardia now, true story, this thing gets me pulled into security. Laptop is perfectly fine. I can have a giant wooden bronze sword for my samurai costume. They see this, they pull it right out. And I was in LaGuardia maybe two and a half years ago, right? And the guy pulls aside the bin. Is this yours? All right, here we go. What is this? This is it's a toy. It's a prop. Do you know that there are wires and batteries in this? Yes, because it's a battery-powered toy. How's it work? You press a button. He presses it. It extends. Now he's got his gun on me. So this is 9 a.m. Friday morning, guys. Security guard has a gun on me. Why doesn't it light up anymore? It's extended. You have to press the red button on the handle. He says, I don't press red buttons, sir. Well, I'm clearly pressing all of yours. Do you hate Matt Smith that much? Do you miss David Tennant?
It's over, we've moved on.
I want to go back for a little bit. So this is the Japanese Sakura Matsuri, which is Japanese for Sakura Matsuri.
Oh, yeah.
Republic of America. This is year 31, so this is slightly older than me. I use fax machines. I remember VHS tapes. We were there when we originally went Back to the Future. But I'm a geek-specific stand-up comedian. That means I'm out here to translate for the rest of you guys. What are these people walking around in the costumes of the fursuits? Congratulations, they're fans. Welcome.
Yeah! Furries for the win!
It's a good time. We're in Brooklyn and all of the tri-state area. Everybody coming in from Jersey, from Queens, from Long Island. I didn't know they named the trash sites anymore, but love you too, Doctor. We all come in dressed up as
This zone is law.
the thing that we enjoy. Because there are these spectacular moments at conventions called cosplay.
Awesome.
It's two. It's
I was
combining
thinking of
two,
going as law,
costume and
but I
play.
don't want to spend money on the costume. You said there was that
Is that easy? Newsflash, there's a lot more cosplay going on in America than you ever know. If you've ever done musical theater, if you've ever done a play in a costume,
That's cosplay.
it's a lot more cosplay going on in America than people understand. The first event of cosplay was, of course, a little racy and people were running around without shirts. It was in Boston. They were throwing a bunch of tea into the river. That was technically cosplay. It was politically correct, but no one's first cosplay is ever politically correct. That's always the difficulty part. You have it going on a lot in America. Take your time. I know, it's me, the guy I am. You're fun. Nice to meet you.
me, the guy I am.
Should improve. Who else is really big into cosplay? Mummers, of course, really big into cosplays. Another proud American tradition, drag queens. Party clowns, the KKK.
Oh, that's messed
The
up.
crazy Kentucky cosplay community. Who did you think I was talking about? I don't trust you anymore. Do you guys remember back when we had seasons? Seasons were this thing that happened all year round where it would get warm like this, and then it would get a little warmer until it was hot. Then it would stay hot, and that was called the summer. And then it went down, and it got colder, and it stayed cold, that was called winter. Nowadays, it's roll a dice, flip a coin. In the Northeast right now, I went to school
That's
in
actually
Westchester
true.
County, New York, and we would have all 6 seasons across one day, even stupid Smarch weather for the Simpsons fans. But we would also have the dry season that they get from the Sahara and the rainy season that they get in the Amazon. All within 1 week. Sometimes this afternoon, I don't know. I'm just blaming global warming on that and the destruction of the Water Kingdom for the Legend of Korra. That's another thing that you'll see pretty much exclusively at the kind of conventions that I go to. The Japanese anime conventions, the comic book communities, the video game conventions. Those are the things that are on the internet, the thing that you type on. You'll catch it eventually. That's
Yeah, I
why
remember.
nerds
There you
work
go.
so well with smartphones, because we've been using tricorders since the 1970s. We were ready for this. I love this thing. It has everything I need on it except like a grappling hook. That's the only thing that separates me from being James Bond. Maybe the 4S has it. I don't know. It's just something that you yell at. So as a geek, we've been doing a lot of the downloading and playing with all the new apps, and I got a bunch of apps based on my favorite characters from Star Trek: The Next Generation. There's a Commander Worf app that doesn't interact at all with the other apps at all. There's a Deanna Troi app that tells you how the person in front of you is feeling. They're feeling exposed because you were putting a camera in their face.
Yeah, that's
This is
all your skin's gonna burn.
else? I also got a bunch of apps based on Full Metal Alchemist, one of my favorite animes. Those were
Yeah!
They have apps just based on Full Metal Alchemist. The scar was rather explosive. That was a lot of fun one. What else did I get one? I got the... Why are you vibrating? I didn't set that to them. So I got the... I don't see it. It's not a crime. Oh yeah, for the one person filming, now it is. He's upset that I dropped the iPhone. So let me see. There's a Reason Hawkeye app, and its job is to keep you straight and focused on your goal. So if I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies for too long, it'll shoot down that app. There's a Roy Mustang app, which was hot, but it melted my iPhone. There was an Envy app, which hasn't really done anything yet. I'm still waiting for it to do. There's the Maze Hughes apps. I had to get rid of that. Every day it would send me pictures of new girls, like young girls. I don't need that. I was gonna delete it, but the Envy app already deleted it. Like, that's what it does. Okay. You can't ever make a Maze Hughes show. Someone's crying. That's fantastic. So welcome to a Matsuri. What is a Matsuri? Matsuri is us going around, and every tree out here that you see, every flower is basically exposing all of its inner pollen and saying, "Look at me! I'm fertile." Every rave you'll ever go to at an anime convention. It's every club you'll ever go to in the basement of Manhattan. Everyone is going, "Hi!" Alright, you're going down there now. Everything's attacking me today! This is Saturday. Is that 6-year-old back from last year? I'll crush him. But yeah, every tree out here is basically sneezing in your face with their pollen. And most people are just putting their noses right up into it. It smells nice! That's the plant's armpit. It is really nice. It remembers deodorant. They're basically sneezing in your face. If the Starbucks girl did that, you'd probably punch her. Also, because she sneezed in your face. But it's rough for me, especially always doing this show in the year, because every spring, I'm horrible with allergies. It starts pretty much right after Valentine's Day, the sniffles come in, the dry throats start coming in. So me being here at the Matsuri, this is me taking my life into my own hands. If my life were a video game, which I'm not saying it is not, this would be the boss fight. Like, me walking through the Rose Garden is equivalent to Pinocchio flipping off a termite mound. Come at me, bro. I might as well run the Olympic torch through a firework factory. Yeah, there's this slip there, the Firefly. I'm already going into Joss Whedon.
Yeah!
I'm not going into Joss Whedon personally. I don't know the guy. Maybe take him out to dinner a few times. It's very difficult. I have to be kid-friendly, which basically means I have to talk down to you guys, but I also have to talk high enough so the innuendos go right over your head. I personally think that you should be able to talk about anything adult matter to a child. You just have to approach it in a very mature, professional manner. You can say anything adult, but if you engage in anything adult, understand, goblins and dinosaurs will eat you. That's exactly how my mother did it. You're just having fun with that, aren't you? We found this year's special friend. Alright, my sister's becoming a sit from Animaniacs. Let's go into this. When am I gonna get some new Angry Birds? They've launched it into space, which is going great. Now you know how bad the American reception. I'm not gonna get that. How bad the American recession is. The Swedish birds are in space. We've cut NASA programming in half. Just to attack the pigs now? I'm waiting for new birds. I want new birds. The yellow one, the red one. I've used them 1,000 times. When can I get something like Captain Falcon? Like Big Bird. That's a critical limit for that one. Like Chaucer or Chocobo. Maybe like a Russell Crowe. Could I get that?
Russell Crowe. Oh, that's what's
Jack
up.
Sparrow. I'd love to launch Captain Jack Sparrow at anything. Just saying, I would love to launch Johnny Depp at a giant concrete wall. Over.
I don't know if this one is going to be good for the...
Elena Bonham Carter's on the poster too.
Because my son is like exposed... my DS is exposed to the sun right now.
Oh, I got it in the case.
Something that you love.
Yeah, my case is in my
showing
bag.
your
I can't get it.
affections, it's showing your fan base, what you are a fan of. One of my favorite moments. The first
Wait, do you want to hold on to the
Masquerade I
camera
ever got to host
and record
was
them?
maybe 12 people in attendance. It was Zenkai Con in Pennsylvania. We had a 9-month-old baby dressed as Naruto. Bright orange.
Believe it!
See, this is why this is for my fans. The rest of you normals are just, oh, they're from the internet thingy. That's called the context. We'll try to frame it out. Dressed as this little ninja wearing bright orange, which to me defeats the purpose of being a ninja if you're wearing bright orange. What are you gonna blend in with? Prison? So we got this little 9-month-old who just walks out on stage, just starts chewing on his own foot. His 3-year-old sister, who's dressed as one of my favorites, Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon. That's the reaction she got, and she couldn't be happier. So she comes up, she strikes the pose, everyone's happy, and then very clearly everyone is going, looking right back at her little brother. Now I'm the middle of technically 7 and the only boy. Yeah, I know. How did I turn out sane? Yeah, it was. Yeah. I need you on my podcast. So what does the older sister do when they see the little brother getting attention? Exactly what my sister does. She drops the pose, and I don't know how she got this, but she had a Pokeball in her hand. Goes over to her brother, BAM! Strikes the pose again. That's the kind of fun you can have at these conventions. But I think so they say it's cosplay. So cosplay is dressing up, which instantly most of you are thinking, okay, that's Halloween. No. Cosplay is not really Halloween. Halloween is an excuse for people from New Jersey and Long Island to come into Manhattan and get drunk and act like jerks.
True story.
We also call those weekends. Also, every major holiday. No wonder we leave on the weekends. Also, the trains don't run. Due to constructions, there are no trains ever. Bend over now. Thank you. We're MTA. I end up hosting a lot of costume fashion shows. Tomorrow, we have our 3rd annual cosplay fashion show. These are amateurs. These are professionals. These are people who are really good with a hand and needle. I tried home ec class 8th grade to sew a pillow. It didn't work. Halfway down, it was sewn to my back. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. That was me trying to do a pillow. I'm not good with this. These people can actually create costumes that you'll see on a comic strip, on a web page, from a video game, live and in person. So I hope you will join us for that tomorrow evening about 5:15. But my favorite cosplay stories are always the ones that whenever someone in costume has to go out to the rest of the world. I was at the New York Comic Con, and Sunday we were hosting 2 costume shows back to back. Sunday normal costume show, and then we had 55 kids under the age of 12 who were going to do their own fashion show. So they're all lined up. You basically have a ton of, well, Captain America's, Thor's, and Batman's. Because what else is an 8-year-old boy going to strive to be? I'm 20 and I'm still striving to be Batman. That is the goal. So, our older costumers go up, and we got one guy up there, spectacular Red Skull from the Captain America movie. He's up there, he actually did his own mask, like, really professional stuff. The costume looks great, it's got the Nazi outfit, it's got the Hydra patch that he made, and what he can't see is on the other side, like 8 of the kids start moving out of line, all dressed as Captain America. There is a small battalion of super soldiers raising their shields going, Band of Brothers, here we go! We have been training for this moment. He doesn't see it until it's too late, because here's the worst part. There's only one set of stairs on the stage. There's nowhere for him to go. All of us, go low! He just makes a darting run for it. Thankfully, he got away. It's always the moments where someone is dressing up in costume, but then they take it a step far and they try to act in character. And some people are from very violent shows, I'm not gonna lie. There are some gruesome things that you can see in a Japanese anime. That's what makes them great! Let's say you're going around a convention and you're dressed as Marvel's the Punisher, Frank Castle. And you start acting like Marvel's the Punisher, Frank Castle. What does he do? Shoot people. You won't be in character, you will be in prison. So be aware. Think ahead, maybe. I think one of my favorite moments was down in Washington, D.C. I've only heard this down the line from a friend. So, let me tell you a little bit about Washington, D.C. They have their own Matsuri. They also have a lot of great costume events. They have a lot of great anime conventions. They are also really big on security. I don't know if you know this about Washington, D.C. Security's kind of up there. They've got people they need to protect, like Michelle's arms. And Leah, I guess. Let me tell you something about banks and security at banks. If it's not Gotham City, they're really big into security at banks. Let me tell you something about banks in Washington, D.C. You don't go in there swinging plastic guns. So a friend goes into a bank in Washington, D.C., dressed as Dante from Devil May Cry. In addition to just having an open chest and midriff and wearing all leather, Dante also carries an 8-foot sword and 2 gigantic handguns. Okay, so you haven't heard of it. He walks into the bank before the doors can even close. 3 security guards, not like gun on the hand security guard, I mean SWAT team. Burst up from behind the desk, drop the guns, drop the guns, drop the guns. Kid's 16 years old. He drops everything. He drops to the ground. His bowels have basically dropped everything. Anything he was carrying, he has dropped officially now. More security guards start coming out. It is officially on camera. Everyone is backed up. He's got Nerf Mavericks. They're not even painted. These are Nerf guns on his side. He is on the ground. One security guard walks forward, flips up his visor. Are you Dante? My son loves your game. I hope he left the bank in one piece. Not dressed as one piece, but maybe one piece. Probably the hardest part that happens at a convention for me is that people are coming up to me expecting that I'm going to remember. Because here's the thing, I have a very selective memory. I have some friends who dress up as the same character again and again and come up to me at very different shows. That's how I remember. Because I'm very big on first impressions, just like most of you. No one, trust me, ever had a very good first impression. Have you ever watched the birthing video? No one's first impression is nice to watch. But they come up, but if they come up to me, I just play it simple. I just talk to them like they are the character. If you come up to me dressed as Shakespeare's Romeo, I'm gonna keep you away from Juliet. Told you, Capulet does not work out. I've read the fanfic. Go over and hang out with Macbeth. Does not end well. But they'll come, but I get recognized a lot throughout the city. Remember me? I was from this show. I was dressed in such and such. That's like the Halloween trick-or-treaters coming to your door in June with an empty pillowcase of needing emotional validation. Remember me? No, and I don't have any Snickers. Slam! I'm not gonna remember. Everyone is dressed in different costumes. I have some people who will spend a weekend at a con, 3 days, going through 12 different costumes. Shapeshifters. You don't trust them. You don't turn your back on them. I didn't trust Mystique in the X-Men movies. I still don't. I love that outfit, though. I think one of my favorite moments, I'm doing a panel, is it Baltimore or, well, it's down farther south than here. She's having a great time. I'm glad I've made you happy. No, it's just the chair. Okay, moving on. 2 friends of mine, Shelly and Steve, they've always cosplayed as James and Jesse from Team Rocket from Pokemon. One of my favorites.
Okay, I think I know who he's talking about.
They frequently do panels with me, they hang out with me, or I have them hold up banners during the shows. And at one point, we finally joke, because I've known these guys for like 3 years at this point, I finally joke, I turned to Steve, who's dressed as James. James, you guys have been trying to capture Pikachu for what, 15 years and it hasn't worked? When are you gonna commit to something? Unbeknownst to me, he has a special Pokeball ready. He goes over to Jesse, drops on one knee, displays a rock type. It was super effective. Jesse fainted.
Oh, wow. Oh, they proposed, wow.
Pokemon wedding proposal.
That was cool.
Hello, Allied Atheists of America. You're right. It can't get that silly. But like I said, I love everything from Japan. I grew up watching the Iron Chef thing. I've loved watching anime. I love that Japan gave us Godzilla. There's nothing better than, for me, the old classic Godzilla movies. I love that they don't have a movie about Godzilla. They have an entire genre about giant radioactive monsters attacking buildings. They needed a separate studio. Every year they needed another one. And I wish we could claim Godzilla. Giant irradiated lizard who could take down King Kong, and he attacks New York once and gets outed by Matthew Broderick.
Okay.
The American Godzilla movie was horrible. You get beaten by Ferris Bueller? You have drop-kicked Mothra. You're bad at your job. Because honestly, where is Godzilla going to attack? Even if he attacks New York City, that's not going to go well. If he attacks Manhattan, he'd never find parking, but he'd still get a ticket for it. If he attacks Queens, what? The white people are just gonna jog faster. If he attacks Staten Island, yeah, really, that's gonna do it any good. Have I been here before? It always looks like this. There's a 20. Get on a bus. Get off the island. I'll come back when you have buildings.
I'll come back when you have buildings.
Oh my god.
Brooklyn playing in the background. This is tragic. If he attacked Brooklyn, yeah, nice try. Who's this? Did Boston send you because they can't beat us in baseball? Godzilla would know better than to attack the Bronx.
Yeah!
Godzilla would not attack the Bronx. The Bronx would attack Godzilla first.
Yeah, you got that right.
Just trying to get to Yonkers. But there's so many other places you can attack. We have like 23 states that border water. This bit goes on for a while. If Godzilla attacked Delaware, they would just be really happy to be in the news again. If they attacked Maine, they just build a bigger lobster trap. Call Martha Stewart. Thanksgiving dinner just arrived. I don't know. If he attacked Jersey. Would we stop him? Everyone come! Jersey's defending itself! Help Godzilla! Help Godzilla! Pennsylvania needs a beach! We can attack the Northwest and maybe do something about those sparkly vampires running around. Yeah, so that's me. I'm pro-giant lizard. I was gonna make some Skyrim jokes, but then I took an arrow to the knee. I was gonna make some more Pokemon jokes, but Gary beat me to it. So instead, I'm gonna go back to one of the older classics. I got someone running around cosplaying, and for me, my younger generation, we were the Toonami generation, which meant for me... People over 40, you might want to run from this one. For me, it was waking up at 6 in the morning and watching Sailor Moon, no matter what. I love that you guys do that, because it means I have to memorize less material. 10 minutes of my CDs are just people screaming because I've just referenced something that they know. This never happens in any other comedy club that I do. No one's like, oh, I hope he talks about Fruit Loops and my feet next. What's with this Santorum guy? I know that name! Wait for the punchline. So for me, the season and a half of Sailor Moon was absolutely magical. Sailor Moon is a series about 15-year-old schoolgirls fighting monsters and evil, wearing short skirts. Tell me something wrong with that sentence. Imagine the movie Sucker Punch, but add plot. Sounds really good, doesn't it? The problem, my issue with Sailor Moon was that there was always a transformation sequence, and there's always an attacking sequence, and it always takes forever. It's always stock footage. Every single time she transforms, they show the full 2-minute transformation. You know it's coming. They still show it anyway. I would love for them to release, like, Sailor Moon Kai, but just do one transformation the whole season in 12 minutes. Stock footage is cheaper. I don't know how they kept getting away with it. They were the only people that you could watch the TV show knowing 10 minutes is going to be the same recycled thing from the last 3 seasons, and you're still really cool with it. But Sailor Moon isn't just alone. She has an entire battalion of solar system themed schoolgirls, because there's Sailor Mercury, there's Sailor Mars, there's Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus, there's a Sailor Pluto, there's a Sailor Sun and Saturn. There's 3 guys who just dress in drag so they can fight alongside too. There's Sailor Neptune, there's Sailor Uranus, there's Sailor Vulcan, Sailor Gallifrey, Sailor Hoth, Sailor Death Star, Sailor Krypton. Monster. That thing drops faster than Santorum approval ratings.
Oh my god.
I do apologize. I am contractually obligated to mention one thing that people over 30 will understand. That was it. Back to important things, Sailor Moon. Yeah. They've gone through like 300 monsters, and no monster has ever thought, what happened to the other guys before me? What's down there that keeps murdering them? Go down and collect energy for the Negaverse. Alright, you should know there's this schoolgirl. Whatever. It's gonna go great because I have nothing on my resume and a random monster is gonna work great.
Yay.
Random monster always lands on Earth, they start draining energy, and soon enough, somehow he decides, I'll go to the high school. Why? You need your GED that badly? But here comes a 15-year-old schoolgirl, and what does the monster always do during the transformation scene? Politely watches.
That's right.
Are you kidding me? So Sailor Moon starts transforming, and the monster we're pursuing just goes, take your time. I'm still gonna win.
I know.
Twisting, and all her hair is grown down. So let's take this long. I should have gone to the bathroom before the fight. Oh my god. DVR Game of Thrones by this point. I could have read Game of Thrones by the end of this. Can you come to the fight dressed already? This is really inconsiderate. Hostages, does anybody want something from Starbucks? Anybody? All right, what do you want? All right, take a 20. You got a card? How much is on your card? How much is left on your card? All right, we're doing this. All right, I'll be right back with you. Medium ice soy latte. Cinnamon. Okay. Who's your friend? She's transforming too!
Oh my god.
Who's the dude who's dressed like the Phantom of the Opera throwing roses? Is that okay? That's all you do. I'm dead already? That's why I love this show. Well, that was my entire teenage life of growing up and watching Sailor Moon. That was the spectacular part. You always watched it. You knew it was coming, and you were really grateful for it. The best part about living in New York is the fact that you have everybody, and I mean everybody, living together, in some cases in the same building in Queens. From everybody. There's a Greek part of town, there's a Chinatown, and a little Korea. Exactly! And we live next together in harmony. This is only because we just live in fear of the taxi drivers. You can learn a new language just by hailing a cab. You'll learn about all these new cultures today. That's the best part about the Sakura Matsuri. Come and really learn about the Japanese culture. Learn why people are so intense in love with it. Learn why Quentin Tarantino made, what is that godforsaken? It's wearing a yellow jumpsuit and Uma Thurman, her eyes aren't this far apart, Killing Bill. Maybe not the best thing to reference at this point. That will kill me. Understand, go around, learn. There's a wonderful Japanese pond. There's the taiko drummers. No is the no performers. Well, no performers will be up here. N-O-H is an actual word. No will be up here. There will be a no show. No, they're they're coming. There's gonna be a theater show after me. Okay, that was English. We're still learning. Now, I want to wrap this up with you guys. Let's try it. I would heart to. Now, you've probably noticed by this point, I'm obsessive about Pokemon. I have to realize
I gotta catch them all.
it combines everything I love about Japan, everything I love about Mexico.
Everything I love about Mexico.
I know, right?
Cockfighting.
That's what it is.
It always works. It always works. But I wanted to bring it together with a song. I understand that there's always a new Pokemon game in the works. There's always another 150 of these little monstrosities, which is spectacular. But I'm wondering, when will it bring to the end of the Pokemon world?
Never.
I had to ask Arya. I had to ask when will... Yeah, have fun with that. Jump again, 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 jump again.
Wait, what?
There's a little kid just jumping up in front of the stage.
You broke it! Pokemon is great. You start with a Squirtle, Charmander, or Bulbasaur. You're 10 years old, so go catch more. Okay. Thanks, bro.
You got them after that.
Ivysaur, Venusaur, Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Metapod, Caterpie, Weedle, Oddish, Butterfree, Persian, Paris, Diglett, or Tortle, Spearow, Indifero with the Ditto, Ekans, Hypno, Abra, Incadabra, Grammar, Muck, and Bellsprout, Poliwrath, and Golem, and Rapidash, Porygon, Flareon, and Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Kangaskhan, Pidgeot,